So I had a crap night. I had a really crap night, um, which is really irritating because we worked so hard yesterday. We were both really knackered when we went to bed, really tired. And I just was up 4 times to go to the loo. Very frustrating. I missed a lot of video yesterday that I did of the menagerie. I came back up to the bamboo and then round to the micro station, and I was there about probably about 10 minutes. All the animals followed me up and they were all in the long grass. It was quite pretty, and Jazz was beside the house in an ant's nest. I couldn't work out what she was doing at first, but she was rolling around sort of ecstatically, ears back, and I kept thinking she was going to go rushing off. I don't know what it was about the ant's nest. I think it must have been stimulating. You know, she was rolling in it and then she was licking them off her paw. And I think that formic acid must be something tasty for cats. I don't know. So there was a nice lot of footage, and I don't know what I did, but it goes from the Bramley apple tree where there's a sudden ending, and then I'm walking into the kitchen with the phone hanging down by my side and talking to Mark. So I don't know what I did. It's a bit frustrating. It's a shame because I know people like Jazz, and it was good footage of her, but that's the way it is in the YouTube world, you know. Um, she's sitting next to me. I can't show you really, but I watched her yesterday as we came back up from putting the chickens away. You know, we've got a carve, which is that building on the end of the terrace here. Well, in the roof, it's open, so the bats can come in and out, and there's sort of like an opening, probably about that big. So you've got the gutter, and then an opening, and then the roof tiles. I watched it, and I've watched her do it before, and I'd forgotten. But she leaps up and she climbs in under the roof tiles. I watched her do that yesterday, and I was a bit concerned that she wouldn't be able to get out. But she got out. She was out when I came out this morning to pick up logs from this log pile out here, this big pile of old chestnut, sweet chestnut logs. Um, she was about. So, yeah, I thought I'd better bring some in. I came out with the trolley and filled it up because if we've got rain due, that's not covered yet, so it'll just get wet. So I thought I'd better bring it in and get some logs dry because we got cold yesterday evening. We both got warm working, but once we cooled down, we got cold and the house was cold. I'd got a radiator behind me. I turned that off because I'd got hot. And then we got cold. I mean, Mark was all bundled up with his hoodie on, with his hood up, um, and because it's going to be wet, I think he plans to light a fire today. So I've got a trolley load of logs in. I haven't let the chickens out yet. Mrs. Broody was put back in the cage because she'd gone back into the Broody corner. So been in the cage. I haven't been down and let them out yet. I don't know what the time is. What time? I got up at 8. Must be about 9 now. I'll go and let them out in a minute. CPAP Tech is coming this afternoon, so we'll have to stay awake. It's coming, I don't know, between 1 and 5 is the estimate that I have, which is annoying really because we siesta at 1-ish. And I'm going to use some eggs. I've got to use eggs today. I'll have to make. I don't like omelette. I'll have to make a crustless. Was it crustless quiche? That's what I'll make. I've got plenty of things, ingredients that I can put in. I've got peppers and mushrooms and broccoli and cheese, but I'll have to have meat. It has to have meat in it. It's a vegetarian quiche does not do it for me. I have to have meat. So I've got bacon, poitrine. So I'll do that today. I think that's probably it. It's a bit quiet out here, isn't it? All the birds have gone quiet. Are they listening to me? Remember this jacket? It's done up. I'm continuing to lose weight. I only put on a pound or half a kilo whilst we were away, which is interesting because I thought I hadn't overeaten, and I hadn't. But I know that a few times my window wasn't 6 hours. It was my eating window was longer because of just where we were or who we were with. Um, and at times I thought I'd probably not followed protocol, I suppose you'd say. But I think that was with regard to gluten and sugar, and that will have made me feel bad about what I'd eaten, but actually hadn't. I probably, on in intermittent fasting terms, hadn't really done anything wrong. So I tried twice because when we used to stay in the Premier Inns, they've got a vending machine, and I tried twice to have chocolate out of the vending machine, English chocolate, and it was disgusting. So after the second attempt, I just thought, I'm not doing that. It's just cloying. I got so used to the chocolate I have here, the Lindt chocolate, 85% or more, that the English chocolate is cloying. So my two, because Mark had whispers, I thought, I used to like a whisper. I'll have a whisper. All of the time we were there, we drank bottled water, and I'm really pleased that we did that, especially as I read something a couple of days ago that Trent water um, was showing a high level of feces in the rivers and water. Because the reason that we chose to drink bottled water was because there'd been a news report 2 or 3 weeks ago of, I think it was people in Cornwall being given bottled water because their drinking water was contaminated with a parasite, and I can't remember the name of it now, but it's something psyllium or psyllium. Um, I said to Mark, we'll just drink bottled water, and I'm pleased we did that. It 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 just astonishes me that when we used to go abroad, I didn't go abroad a lot, but in the 60s, if you went to Spain or somewhere, you boiled the water or you didn't drink the water. And now it's the same in the UK. I'm shocked, horrified that that's the way it is. So yeah, we drank bottled water all the way around, and I'm pleased we did that. Um, I've spent 2 days washing, not washing at the sink. I'm very lucky, aren't I? I have a washing machine and a tumble dryer, and um, 2 days washing, and there's just all of it. There's two lots upstairs that have been folded and are ready to be put away, and there's one more lot which is bedding, which is in the tumble dryer. So that just needs to be finished off, folded and put away, and we've caught up. There were four. I had to do 4 lots to catch us up with washing. I mean, some of that was because we'd got obviously bedding and towels from the house sitters. So that's good. So today is a day of rest, really. And I don't feel any the worse for yesterday's travails, or however you pronounce it. I feel tired because I haven't slept well, but I don't feel any the worse for being. I wish I'd had my Garmin on yesterday. To see how many steps I'd done. I hadn't got it on because I really did a lot of walking. So it's a bit annoying not having recorded it. I don't wear it much because it records when we're out in the car, which is really frustrating. So it records the movement of the watch. So I don't ever get really an accurate reading, and I haven't worked out how to work it so that I can put it on just to record activity. So what I do is I record all activity, which includes being in the wobbled about in the car. Okay, I'm gonna go and let the chickens out now, and go back indoors and try and stay awake and have my second coffee. Oh, I know. This is my Holly the cafe boat mug that I ordered and got sent to Phil's. I follow these on YouTube. It's really nice. It's Moorland pottery. It's really light. It looks chunky and heavy, but it's lighter than the mugs that we normally use at home. And I had these printed. I joined something called Elfster, where you send people postcard size things of your artwork. I think that's what they do. And I had these printed of my robin that I did years ago. That's pastels on cardboard. And unfortunately it's unsigned. I noticed afterwards that I haven't got the original. I gave the original to my friend Leslie. So it's not signed, but that is something I did. So I've got several of these, and I like that. So this is we've got a garden ornament at the front, and that is the robin on the end of the garden ornament. Yeah, I was really pleased with that, and I'm pleased with these postcards. So they're useful for sending. You send a card to somebody. I got also I sent to Phil's a Spice Baby, which is a recipe book for obviously spices. And I got all my spices, and I got, what did I send? I ordered a DVD of a guy that motorbikes over Canada across the same direction we did, Toronto to Vancouver. I think it's called One Day, might be called, or is it One Way? I ordered that just so that we could sit and enjoy watching something and, you know, revisiting the landscape. So we'll watch that one day. Probably not very soon though. It takes us a while before we settle down to watch a film. Okay, must go and let the chickens out. I can hear them down there. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Have a nice... It's Wednesday today, but you've got already 2 vlogs today, so this you'll get on Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning. Okay, bye.